Well, the name's a little deceiving because when it rains hard, the low water crossing here in Sallisaw turns into a rushing river. But now there are plans to fix it. It's a favorite fishing and swimming hole for people in Sallisaw. But when it rains,
it all gets flooded out.
The whole thing, all the ways up to there.
There's 2 low water bridges. This is what it looks like when the creek floods. But the rushing water doesn't stop people from pressing their luck.
People are stupid and think that they can go through it when they can't.
Last year, first responders had to rescue the driver of this truck after the truck and trailer were swept downstream. In 2016, the driver of this Jeep thought he could make it across, but he was wrong. Firefighters used a ladder truck to rescue him, and after he was safe, that driver was arrested because deputies said he was drunk. That same day, this red truck was also swept about 100 yards downstream.
It's a big safety problem here, but it won't be when we get through.
County Commissioner Steve Carter says starting this week, crews will get to work tearing out the low water bridges and replacing them with a new bridge that won't flood.
It's going to be 528 foot long. It's going to be about a little over $2 million bridge. Great.
Only a handful of people live along Drake Road, but Carter says it's important to make this crossing safer.
The traffic count on this road is tremendous, but there's another caveat to this too. We're going to build a veteran center down here, and the Cherokee Nation has a park down here. So in order to get those people from the veteran center to the park, this is going to be a plus.
And the work will not be finished anytime soon. The county commissioner says that it could take up to a year to build the bridge, and the road here will be closed until the work's done. Live in Sallisaw, Brett Rains, 4029 News.
And when the work is complete, there will be a brand new parking area where people can still access the creek to fish and to swim.
With storms in the forecast, that could also lead to roof repairs in the forecast for homeowners. Powerful winds, plenty of rain, and even possible hail can cause damage to roofs, producing leaks and water damage to your home. If your roof is 5 years old or more, experts say it's even more susceptible to damage. Roofing experts like Travis Harris say that though there isn't much a homeowner can do to prepare their roof for a storm, it never hurts to get it checked afterwards.
A lot of times hail damage is not visible from the ground. So once a roofer gets up there, you can actually see the indentions and the pivots that it's made inside of the shingle itself that might not be causing damage right then, but it could be in the future, and that is normally under a hail claim.
Harris says they're already booking roofing jobs 3 weeks out in advance from storms that have already hit the area so far this year. Now is a great time to download our 4029 News app. Before any severe weather hits your area, you can sign up for alerts that let you know potentially when dangerous storms are near you or your home. It's free. Just search 4029 News in the Apple app or Google Play stores. Well, breaking news right now. We've just learned a Fayetteville man is now in police custody accused of murder. Police say 32-year-old Marlon Smith shot a man in the head in what witnesses say was an unprovoked incident. Police say the victim is 36-year-old black male. They say this was an isolated incident involving just one victim and Smith, and that left the scene. He left the scene before officers arrived.
Up to this point, the investigation leads us to believe that they had some sort of falling out between the two of them, where they had some kind of issues that caused this altercation, or maybe have had altercations in the past that led to this.
We spoke with a friend of the victim who said the two had disagreements in the past. Police say Smith denied the allegations that he shot the victim, while he said he had fought with him about a month ago, but they say he claimed he did not hold a grudge.
We know Bentonville police are searching for a driver right now accused of hitting a teenager on a bike this morning. They say a red Volkswagen hit him near Southeast C and Southeast 7th Streets. Police say the driver was a female and she stopped and spoke with the boy before she left the area. Bentonville police say they need to speak with her, though, for further investigation. And Ozark Regional Transit now operating with a full fleet after a fire in 2017 left them like this. You see here, it was charred and destroyed. High winds exacerbating the fire and left 20 buses unusable. They replaced 8 of them with insurance, and now they have 12 more. This is all thanks to a grant from the Department of Transportation. Here's a look at one of the new buses. ORT operates bus routes throughout Northwest Arkansas. In our State of Addiction coverage, law enforcement across the region collected hundreds of pounds of drugs during this year's Drug Take Back Day. And this is a look at some of the departments that we've heard back from. So in Rogers, they have collected more than 50 pounds of drugs, 57 pounds in Pea Ridge, 137 pounds in Fort Smith, almost 150 pounds in Springdale, and 87 pounds in Fayetteville.
People need to know these are diseases that are quite serious, and they're diseases that are preventable.
New numbers out from the CDC shows measles cases are on the rise, and that has the Trump administration stepping in, calling for more vaccines across the country.
Yeah, for more, we turn to our Matt Pritchard, who sat down with the Health and Human Services Secretary today.
Secretary Azar is encouraging everyone to get vaccinated as his department works to put a cap on measles cases.
That's the tragedy here. It's completely preventable.
A stern warning from Health and Human Services Secretary Alex Azar.
We need to get the word out there that you are putting yourself and your community at risk by not being vaccinated.
Measles is spreading coast to coast, with over 1,000 students quarantined last week at 2 universities in Los Angeles and hundreds more impacted in New York City. In fact, the CDC saying Monday 704 cases have been confirmed across 22 states, a 25-year high.
This is the largest outbreak of measles that we've seen since we eliminated measles, since we declared measles eliminated from the United States in 2000.
Those numbers have the Trump administration changing course, departing from the president's previous comments that contain misinformation about vaccine safety.
The child, a beautiful child, went to have the vaccine and came back and a week later got a tremendous fever, got very, very sick, now is autistic.
And transitioning to more hardline statements.
They have to get the shot. The vaccinations are so important.
A shift Secretary Azar believes is critical.
His strong leadership out there, making it clear that people should get vaccinated, is really quite important.
But adds everyone needs to play a part in this effort.
We've got 1.4% of children in America under the age of 2 have not received their vaccinations. That's 100,000 children in this country who are not vaccinated. We've really got to get those levels up.
Now to date, no one has died from these measles outbreaks, but 66 people have been hospitalized. In Washington, Matt Pritchard, 4029 News.
The CDC reports 94% of kindergartners have had their MMR vaccination. Secretary Azar stressed this is not something to be taken lightly, and that if someone with measles enters a room, 9 out of every 10 people will become infected.
Right now in Oklahoma City alone, there are 600 veterans who are homeless or at risk of becoming homeless. The Veterans Affairs Center in Oklahoma City has developed a first-of-its-kind program, and this is to help veterans who are homeless.
We have homeless primary care, and so this allows, we have a team of doctor, nurses, and others that go out onto the streets, look under bridges, and find homeless veterans, bring them in, and provide primary care.
This new program will help those veterans tackle PTSD, suicide risk, housing, and employment.
The tomb of the unknown soldier makes a stop in the River Valley.
This represents probably the most hallowed ground in our country because of what it stands for.
We're going to tell you why it's here and where you can pay your respects tomorrow.
And an Arkansas couple hits it big on a lottery ticket. Why they thought they were being punked when they found out.
Welcome back. You know, not a bad day out there today after some sunshine this morning. Saw a few clouds this afternoon. Still a few clouds out there right now. A few showers southeast of Fayetteville, but from our Chancellor Hotel camera there in Fayetteville, looking pretty good at the moment. And in Fort Smith, pretty good weather for us at the moment as well. Just a few clouds, but going to be a different story, possibly as early as this time tomorrow evening. We're going to tell you more about that coming up.
A quick get ready traffic update for you. Taking a live look here over Rogers. Things looking good right now in northwest Arkansas. And looking at our get ready traffic maps, you do see slowdowns here on I-540 near Fort Smith. Construction causing those slowdowns right now.
Well, folks in Fort Smith got the opportunity to pay tribute and honor fallen soldiers at a replica of the Tomb of the Unknowns. It's on the University of Arkansas Fort Smith campus today and tomorrow as part of a traveling exhibition. The manager for the project says that this exhibit brings the experience to so many Americans who might never get to make it to the real tomb in Washington, D.C.
We want to make sure that folks understand that this represents probably the most hallowed ground in our country because of what it stands for. These people gave up not only their lives, they gave up their identity for all of us.
The replica is placed on the campus green there, and it will be there from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. tomorrow. It is all part of a partnership with the UAFS Student Veterans Organization and Fort Smith Exchange Clubs.